If you like glaciers, wildlife, and fishing, you'll love Valdez.
We are Terry and Cindy O'Keefe. We've been camping together for more than 40 years, and we invite you to join us in a 12-episode adventure as we explore the Yukon and Alaska. Heading for Valdez, the Richardson Highway skirts Glaciers and descends through the Thompson Pass on what we thought was one of the prettiest drives in Alaska. Look at that, Cindy. About 14 miles before reaching Valdez, you'll find Bridal Veil Falls. There's a wide pullout southbound where you can pull over to enjoy the falls and snap a picture. So let's just start by saying we thought Valdez was fantastic. It's smaller than Seward or Homer, and we found it a lot less busy. Its harbor is crammed with commercial and private fishing boats, and you can watch some of the daily catch being cleaned.
Valdez is also the terminus of the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, but probably most famous for its glacier and wildlife viewing.
Now, there are a few companies that offer glacier wildlife viewing cruises in Valdez, but perhaps the most famous is the Lu-lu Belle.
Captained by Fred Rodolph, the Lu-lu Belle will take you places in the mountain and glacier-lined Prince William Sound that some others may not go. Like inside caves to see puffins. Captain Fred personally guides and narrates live each cruise.
The only thing wet on those guys is their nose and their toe.
There's no pre-recorded spiel because each cruise is a bit different depending on the weather and what wildlife is out and about that day.
All right, you insist. I suppose we ought to leave a road and see if we can find the glacier before it's melted. Come on, hello.
The sea lions and orcas were fantastic, but for us the highlight was visiting the Columbia Glacier. Captain Fred weaves his way through the sea ice to get as close to the face of the glacier as he can. The Columbia Glacier is massive. It's 3 miles wide, and it actually moves 80 feet per day, putting lots of bergy bits and ice into the sea. On the day of our voyage, the ice was so thick Captain Fred couldn't get as close as he wanted, so the Lu-lu Belle also visited 2 smaller glaciers that we could get a lot more intimate with. We even got to see one calving.
So know that the length of the cruise is 7+ hours, depending on what is happening out in the water, but it is sure worth it.
For the last hour we were on the boat, she just needed to get back to make sure Ranger was okay in the trailer.
And speaking of water, right across the sound from Valdez, about a 10 to 15 minute drive away, is the Solomon Gulch Fish Hatchery.
When the salmon are completing their life cycle and return to the hatchery to spawn, staff there harvest eggs from up to 16,000 fish per day. You can tour the fish ladder, and there are windows and TVs where you can watch staff collect the eggs that they then tend, ultimately releasing millions of salmon fry and smolt the next year. But there are a few salmon who don't quite make it. There were some hungry sea lions at the mouth of the fish ladders waiting for them, and they had themselves quite the salmon smorgasbord. So the sea lions were there at high tide, and we had heard that it might be possible to see bears feasting on that salmon at the fish ladder at low tide. So we went back. There weren't any bears, just one very determined sea lion to get through the very shallow water into the deep pool right at the mouth of the ladder.
Valdez also has two museums. The Remembering Old Valdez Museum is located near the ferry dock and commemorates the devastating 1964 Good Friday earthquake, the most powerful earthquake recorded in North America. It details how much of the town's shore simply slipped into the sea, causing tsunamis that tragically killed 31, and then how the town was moved and rebuilt on more stable land 4 miles away.
And the Valdez Museum, located downtown, has exhibits from 1898 to present, including the gold rush, the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, and of course, the 1989 Exxon Valdez spill. So this is the view from our site in Valdez with this beautiful mountain behind us sitting here. But that's not the real view. I'm just going to turn around this way. And this is the view.
Valdez is a small town with a good choice of campgrounds, most being close to the harbor for a nice walk.
We stayed at the Bear Paw 2 adult campground with its beautiful waterfront sites. You can sit and watch the eagles, boats and ships, or just soak in the splendor of Prince William Sound. This is the evening here in Valdez. Klondike Festival just over there. We got some live music happening. What do you think?
It is so awesome.
What a view.
Beautiful.
And while we were in Valdez, the locals were holding their Klondike Festival. And the weather did turn a bit soggy.
There's nothing here yet.
Yeah. But rainy weather can't dampen the spirits of the Alaskan people. The Kenai Peninsula's towns of Seward and Homer are bigger and probably easier to get to, but the drive to Valdez is absolutely worth it. We really loved it there and highly recommend it.
Please hit that like and subscribe button and don't miss our next video where we take you to Seward.
What are the chances? Oh, they're coming right up on shore, Cindy. Can you see them?
Yep. Oh my God.
It's coming back. I was trying to chase him away.